Okay guys, we're jumping back in here. We have had another aircraft sighting. We are so close to the convoy that we're chasing. However, we have been spotted again. Weber's heading for the gun. We're going to report that. We're also just going to quickly change our direction because I can see him coming in right in front of us. That could be enough. We'll instruct him to target them. Good God, that's going to be close. Okay, we got away with that one. Just about. I mean, we sailed into those. So again, it's showing as a unknown aircraft, but I believe that is another Sunderland. Now Weber should be firing at this now. You can see we're getting some hits, but the Sunderland is lining up for another attack. It looks like it's trying to come in on the side of us. Will it be able to? It might be coming on head on. Give us a smaller profile for them to hit. Okay. Come on, Weber. I mean, why? I'm being silly here. I mean, we have literally an anti-aircraft cannon on the front, the Flak 88, which was the anti-aircraft weapon that the Germans actually in North Africa turned on tanks as a desperate last measure and discovered how effective it was. So we are getting on the flak cannon. I assume that could be used against the aircraft. Fantastic. Again, I don't know what the accuracy is like. There's a repair that I wasn't aware happened. Being completed. Okay, so now we have more guns on this Sunderland. I imagine one 88 round hitting would be enough to take this out. I don't intend to hit surface craft with 88s. I mean, that's kind of a last resort, so I don't mind using them up on this. And the Sunderland is nearly down. Hopefully if we can keep this pressure up, he won't be able to get another attack running. But I do wonder how much this has alerted the convoy we're tracking. And he's going down. Let's report that and carry on. Okay, it looks like that Sunderland was able to splash down, so hopefully no crew casualties. We're not in this to kill people, we're in this to disable their ships. And unfortunately casualties are a byproduct of that, but where it can be avoided we will. So, we've shot down that aircraft. God knows if they've actually sent any radio signals to this convoy. However, I think it's time that we go and intercept that. So we're going to move closer and we'll jump back in when we're there. Right, welcome back. We have approached the convoy. We have headed around the UK, right round here, and got in front. At a cost to some fuel, I must say. We're just below half fuel. Looks like we may have to go through the English Channel to get home. If that's shorter, it'll certainly be more dangerous. So we're going to drop to periscope depth and try and intercept this convoy. Once we're under the water, we're going to get Klug onto the hydrophone, see if we can actually detect any convoy vehicles. So let's dive. Again, it's at night. So we've got Gangrene warming up torpedoes. So what that does is makes it less likely that they will be a dud. I have seen duds before. They will hit the side of a ship and just go ping and then sink to the bottom of the sea without exploding. Not only does it alert them to where you are, but it takes a long time to reload torpedoes, so they really can't be wasted. So we're under the water. Klug is going to get onto the hydrophone and have a listen. We're going to assign him a crew member to give him some help, which will increase the range of the hydrophone. Let's keep it steady. Of course, we don't want to be swaying everywhere. We want to conserve fuel where we can. We are going to have to probably make our way through some convoy escorts. It's weird, does they look like they're changing direction? Ah, it's updating. Okay, so it's the Empire Ranger that we're looking for. Let's head in, and what we'll be getting Klug to target some of the ships. We don't want to target a warship. We would actually prefer that they didn't even know we were here. So I'm hoping that's the front of the convoy. So I think if we just slowly make our way around here, the convoy will come past us. And we need to make sure that we are warming up torpedoes. Sorry, no rest for you, Gangrene. Okay, let's try and get a little bit closer. Hi guys, welcome back. We've managed to insert ourselves in the middle of this convoy and we have identified the Empire Ranger. It's behind us. I don't think we've been spotted. What I have done is ordered the submarine to dive. We have switched the targeting from the periscope to the hydrophones on the Empire Ranger, because what I want to do is drift along silently, because there are warships here, and as you can see our sonar detectability is 100%. We're quite loud, so we're going to try and sort that out. So what I'm going to do is stop, let them drift past, hopefully pop up, give them a shot up the rear, preferably in the side, more likely to hit, and then we'll scoot out. But we need to silence our boat. What I do need to do is turn off the gyro compass here. What that does is help with navigation. It tells you where you, helps determine where you are. You can see up here we have a navigation correctness of 48%, which that gyro compass will be helping with. However, navigation is not my priority now. If I get lost, I'm just going to head north. I'm not going to crash into anything there to get our bearings again. However, I want to make sure that we're fairly quiet, so I want to Just continue straight ahead like this. Trying to reduce this. I'm going to speed up the time, and what you want to look for is if the Empire Ranger starts to zigzag, then we know that we've been seen. Or not seen necessarily, but detected, because we should be heading down to 30 meters at the moment, so we're not visible. However, we may be detected by sonar, and a common tactic was for ships to zigzag, so U-boats couldn't get the correct range and targeting calculations that were required, because they would be changing every time they zigzagged. Rather effective. So let me just speed this up slightly, and let's just check to see. We have turned off our engines. We should be as quiet as possible. And as you can see, they're in a straight line. Now they've started to zigzag. Okay. Now we've been detected. Now what to do? We've got a ship heading towards us. We haven't got a decent accuracy on there to fire, and they are zigzagging. We're going to miss. We are sitting underwater. We are sitting ducks. So what I'm going to do is, it is going to reveal where we are, but I'm going to drop a little bit further, 40 meters or 50 meters, Klausgraf. Unless I'm misunderstanding that. That definitely says 40 meters on the depth meter on the top right, but Klausgraf is saying 50 meters. But we're going to drop down to try and escape any sort of depth charges that could be done. We are going to have to move forward. We are using electric engines, which are quieter, but they are not silent. This ship here is going to pass across the top of us. Let's see how we get on. If we can remain undetected and continue, either A, we can get close enough to the Empire Ranger so we can't miss, or B, they may, could be a false alarm. They may think it's a false alarm and they detected some, I don't know, wreck under the water or something, and they should continue to their normal patrol things, because we can't be visibly seen, but we can be detected. I imagine it's quite easy to confuse the sound of a submarine with the engines of nearby vessels. But this doesn't look good, because we've got three warships heading towards us. So I think it's batten down the hatches, all hands on deck. Guys, we're being depth charged. You can see that they're a little bit off course with their targeting. Let's have a look at the map, see where they're heading. So we have lost sight of them. Means we're also not going to be tracking targets. Yeah, it's too much. Too much noise, too much interference with the depth charges. Let's get inside and see how the crew are holding up. It's very tense. Imagine how scary it is. It's just like being in a steel coffin, isn't it? There's nothing that we can do at the moment. We are still moving. The good thing is their depth charges, they're dropping, will interfere with their targeting. They're listening for us, really, a submarine. They think they know where it is. As soon as they drop depth charges, you can imagine the reverberations, the sounds that happen from underwater explosions that will mask us. So this is a good time to sort of slip away while these explosions are happening, if we can avoid being hit. We're a good 40 meters or 50 meters according to Klaus' graph. We are heading south now. We moved when they started dropping depth charges, as I say, because that will mask us, so hopefully we can slip away. Now I think we're going to turn slightly to starboard to continue following this group, and I hope that they get bored, although as you can hear the depth charges are still dropping. Okay guys, welcome back. We're still being depth charged, but they seem to have lost our position. The underwater explosions from the depth charges would help to mask us, slip away, but you can see the ships here that were looking for us are now sort of heading away, so they will circle round. They don't know where we are, and we are continuing to track the Empire Ranger. Hopefully what we can do is actually follow them unnoticed until they return to their normal patrol. They think we're gone, then we'll pop up and shove a torpedo up their backside. Got another ship coming in. Okay, they've spotted us again. So we're just going to adjust course. Use the same tactics that the surface ships are using to avoid us. We're going to use to avoid the warships. So we're going to go hard starboard, do a zigzag. Hopefully this ship will miss us. Okay, we're back. Depth charges are being dropped. They're right above us, as you can hear. They still can't find us. They know we're here. But they're not finding us. They're a bit off course with those depth charges. So as you can see, the depth charges explosions are masking us. So what I might do is just check where we're facing. Yeah, let's speed up while we're masked by these explosions. Let's try and get out of there. Are we still? We are not tracking the Empire Ranger. Because do you know what? If I could, I would fire and get out of here now. So we've lost the tracking, we've lost the targets, and it's due to the depth charges that are happening. The hydrophone works by, identifying ships by sound. I'm sure that's wrong, but the general gist of it is large explosions going off are not going to help. Let's go in and see how the crew are getting on. So it seems like the depth charges are falling behind us now. Okay. I mean, they don't know where we are. And we don't know where they are. So, yeah. Seems like they're backing off. So let's just slow down again. Okay, ships directly above us. Wow, they are actually directly above us. Klug, I really need you to get a fix on the Empire Ranger there. I wonder if they know they're directly above us. I mean, one thing we haven't spoke about as well, we need to factor in air quality. We haven't got an infinite amount of oxygen. We're being pinged by sonar. Okay. That's not good. Okay, so that's going to ID us again. Where we are. I mean, it's going to make us more detectable, speeding up, but I imagine from, you know, if they're looking at the same sort of thing, they'll know that we're in sort of this region here, which is still a fairly large region of the sea. But I just feel that we need to sort of get out of here. If we can actually get close to the Empire Ranger, I don't know if this is a valid tactic, but maybe we can disguise ourselves as them. Not be detectable. They won't be able to go across the top of us. Again, we need to keep an eye on fuel and air quality. But that's an option. Our targeting is slowly going up. 25% is still not good enough. But we're going to drift along underwater and hope the ships don't find us.